Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. And Gary got to make a trip with a good buddy of mine. And I guess if you were going to declare a fishing captain of the year, he'd certainly be in the running. Captain Mike Gallo, Angling Adventures of Louisiana, got the lodge over there on Salt Bayou. Fishes a number of areas, Lake Bourne, Lake Pontchartrain, Lake Catherine, the Mr. Go, the Intercoastal, Biloxi Marsh, you name it, he travels around.
So many different techniques we have learned. I've learned watching you fishing with him on the show.
He's one of those, I guess you'd call him a theoretician or whatever, a theoretician. He has some theories on why fish do certain things. Another thing about Mike, too, is he keeps a lot of other fishing guides working. When he gets an overabundance of trips, he farms those out to some of the other guides in the area, and they all seem to work really well together in that area. We made a trip out to Pontchartrain. We fished the Trestle Bridge. We fished Highway 11. And also the reef that's located between Highway 11 and the I-10 bridge that was created from the destroyed bridge from Hurricane Katrina. With the efforts of CCA and some other folks, they created an artificial fishing reef. We found fish in every spot, and it was a mix of fish. There was some speckled trout. We caught sheep's head. We caught black puppy drum. We caught redfish and a flounder. And also some croakers that were pushing size that will keep on. Some of them were actually edible size fish. Fishing with a couple of methods. One, his famous drop shot, which is a simple bait, sinker on the bottom, drop line coming off with a hook with a live shrimp, which, by the way, are available now at all the marinas around Lake Pontchartrain. And also with that Mojo mullet, Deadly Dudley's bait. Mike was the one that talked Dudley into going with that blue color. And Dudley was a little bit hesitant on it, but I'll tell you, Mike has a vested interest because he wants to prove that it works, and it has been working. Dudley attributes the success to that bait this year because the water's been exceptionally dingy. Even when it's clear of silt, there's a lot of water coming in from the Pearl River that has kept Lake Pontchartrain from being crystal clear. He thinks the fish see it a little bit better, and certainly held true. That was one of the baits that really worked for us.
Well, you tell you what, Mike Gallo is one you said probably up in the running for Captain of the Year.
Let's take it in now. He talks about this is kind of like fishing in April, in May, and explains why. Captain Mike Gallo, Angling Adventures of Louisiana on Lake Pontchartrain.
Nice and high. Real high, Jim. Real high.
Yeah, good trout.
Nice trout.
All right, now pull them up to you.
Yeah, now that is dinner.
Well, there's many different types of fish you can catch in Lake Pontchartrain. As we did today, speckled trout, there's redfish, there's drum, sheephead, flounder, croakers, and of course the undesirables, catfish, gaff tops, stingrays, stick and move, and you can put a good box of fish together. Sure is making big circles.
Tuna?
Stingray?
Yellowfin?
Shark.
See the leader.
Dum-da-dum-dum.
I've been rigging my live shrimp on a drop shot rig. It's a very simple rig with your sinker on the bottom, and I use a small number 2 VMC hook. I like to hook my shrimp through the tail. We still were successful today with Dudley's new Mojo mullet, which worked very well on some of the speckled trout. You won't catch the undesirables with the artificials. I'm gonna tell jokes all day if this keeps up.
You like that, Jim?
Speckled trout. And speckled trout, but not too big.
Drummer boy. The old plot.
Oh, it's a flounder.
All right. There you go.
Quite a dinner plate, but it's a flounder.
All right, there's a little speckled trout. What you got there, Mike? All right, here he comes. Oh, a big sheephead. All right, if you're going to be fishing this weekend in Lake Pontchartrain, of course, the bridge structures are real popular, but don't forget about the reef. Look for these 4 buoys, and there's reef under them that's holding fish.
Yeah, the reef is a bunch of crushed up rocks that are down on the bottom. Go over it with your depth finder to where you can find the depth and set yourself a slip cork right above the rocks. Get off to the side, anchor, cast up current, and let your cork float on past, and then do a representation, cast up current, let it start across again.
That one's gonna go.
It seems it's fishing like late April. We caught fish in pretty much every spot we tried today. No real concentrations of fish like we normally see in May. So hopefully June turns out like May should be, and we'll have good fishing in June. So I'm hoping it just continues to get better.
He's barely hooked too.
He's barely hooked. We're gonna take a chance.